Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. Today we're jumping into the spring hot season for Series 31, the final festival playlist for this series. And today we're going to be jumping in to this week's Forzathon challenges called Trevor. Upon completion, we'll be grabbing ourselves 160 Forzathon points and 5 points towards the spring hot season. We'll also be checking out this week's Forzathon shop and all of the festival players' rewards and restrictions. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, definitely consider subscribing, smash the like button, share the video with a friend. Without further ado, let's jump into this week's Forzathon challenges. So I guess we'll jump straight in to this week's Forzathon challenges, getting Trevor complete. Starting off with Chapter 1, Fueling the Passion. The 2005 TVR Sagaris, based on the TVR T350, was designed with endurance racing in mind. Own and drive this machine, whose name comes from Sagaris, the Greek name for a Scythian lightweight battle axe. I don't care how you look at it, that's a pretty cool fact. So this is the vehicle we're jumping in this week, the completely bonkers 2005 TVR Sagaris, which can be yours for 86,000 credits at the auto show. Now I would suggest keeping the TVR Sagaris completely bone stock for chapters 1 and 2. It's only upon chapter 3 we're going to add some upgrades and spend some credits. All will become clear later on in the video. For own and drive then, hop aside any festival site or player house, drive a couple of seconds down the road, and fueling the passion complete. So with chapter 1 complete, it is on to chapter 2, Inline Six. The 2005 TVR Sagaris produces over 400 brake horsepower using TVR's own 4-litre Inline Six. And with a top speed of 195 miles per hour, you should have no trouble earning 3 stars at speed traps in this no thrills driver's car. Speed traps then. Any speed trap will do as long as you can reach the 1-star objective. I'm going to be using Old Faithful, the Los Arboles speed trap, with a 100 mile an hour 2-star objective. Here we go then, the Los Arboles speed trap earning 3 stars for chapter 2. Now the reason we've gone for the 2-star objective, I'm pretty sure a bone stock TVR can't get that 3-star objective. We will try, but we'll just see what we do as we come through the camera at 128.67. That's 2 stars earned, just 1 more to go. So we'll spin it round and hit the camera once again. So spinning the TVR around then and heading back for the camera, we come through at 97.88. That is another star earned, all 3 stars needed for chapter 2, which should then complete. Wait for the notification. Inline 6 complete. So with chapter 2 complete, is on to chapter 3, double up. With a price tag of £49,995 at release, you got a lot of bang for your buck. But I think we can do better. Spend at least another 49,995 credits on upgrades and get the 2005 TVR Sagaris into S1 class. Now to get chapter 3 complete, if you take note on the chapter progress at the bottom, 0 of 50,000. You actually have to spend 50,000 credits, 5 more than what the chapter suggests. So this is where I'm going to add my S1 tune to my TVR Sagaris. This tune will set you back over 50,000 credits completing chapter 3, or you can head to the upgrade section and add your own upgrades. But if you do wish to use my tune, just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 or use the share code 349516138. Also, make sure if you are adding your own upgrades to bring the TVR Sagaris into S1900, as I have with my tune. As you can see, 54,600 credits spent. And as we head back to free roam, that is double up complete. So with chapter 3 ticked off the list, is onto our 4th and final chapter, Monster in the Dark. Now let's see what it can do when you put your upgrades to the test against the street scene racers. Let's go win an S1 street race in the 2005 TVR Sagaris. Before this chapter, I've headed on into the map and I've filtered by street racing events only, just to make them a little bit easier to see and find. Any street race will do, whichever one takes your fancy. I'm heading over to the left hand side of the map though, and I'm going to be using El Lago Blanco. where I have created a cheeky blueprint for you guys to use if you wish to use it. Just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 called Forzathon Chapter 4, locked to S1900, locked to the TVR Sagaris. Share code for this one is 802655473. Now, my top tip, as always, when doing races for the weekly Forzathon challenges, they are not affected by driver retard difficulty. There's no reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. You can knock it down to Tourist. Here we go then, in the 2005 TVR Sagaris. This should be a lot of fun in S1. This tune has racing tyres and four-wheel drive. And with it on Tourist, all I've got to do is sprint my way to that finish line in first place. And after a quick 5.3 mile sprint to the finish line, that is across the line, first place. And after winning the race and heading back to free roam, that is Chapter 4 complete, which finishes off this week's Forzathon challenges Trevor, collecting ourselves 160 Forzathon points and 5 points towards our spring hot season. Now let's jump on over to this week's Forzathon shop and check out this week's goodies. So we have two more auto show cars up for grabs this week. The 2015 Koenigsegg 1-1, 700 Forzathon points or 2.8 million credits at the auto show. The Lamborghini Centenario LP 770-4, 650 Forzathon points or 2.3 million credits at the auto show. 3 vanity items this week: a German tea, a welcome spring car horn, and the natural suit. 75 Forzathon points for each of these. And as always, any spare Forzathon points, knocking around, grab yourselves a normal wheel spin for 60 Forzathon points, or you can grab a super duper wheel spin for 150 Forzathon points. Now let's jump back to the playlist and check out this week's rewards and restrictions. Alrighty then, for the spring hot season, 75 points up for grabs in total. Brand new and exclusive to Forza Horizon 5, the Mercedes-Benz 500E for 20 points completion. And for 40 points completion, the hard to find Ascari KZ1R. For this week's online trial, Porsche Spice, giving out the Porsche Cayenne, or the Porsche Pepper, as I like to call it. Restrictions for this week's trial, European Super Saloons A800. Just 2 event labs on this week's festival playlist. Land Rover Defender 2020 up for grabs, and the BMW M305 up for grabs. Restrictions for these two, European Hypercars S1900 and European Extreme Track Toys S2998. Just 2 PR stunts on this week's Spring Festival playlist, both of them being danger signs, La Mesa and La Cruz, both giving out a Super Bowl spin as the reward. Car restrictions for both of these, any Mini in B700. Just 2 Steels Championships on this week's playlist. This week's exclusive event, the VW, giving out the Volkswagen Doka 66. Car restrictions for this one, any Volkswagen B700. And the other Steels Championship up and over, giving out the Volkswagen Scirocco 2011. Car restrictions, European Extreme Track Toys S2998. We have Horizon Tour Co-op Championships, no reward for this one, just 8 points up for grabs towards the festival playlist. This week's Spring Challenges, one treasure hunt, it sounds like a golf, 100,000 credits up for grabs upon completion. This week's Photo Challenge, Double Trouble, giving out the emote Relax. The Eliminator Battle Royale finished 30th or better, giving out a Forza Link chat phrase, I've got a bad feeling about this. No change on the monthly rivals, just another week to put in some better lap times. So moving on to the DLC events, one Speed Trap for the Rally Adventure events, giving out a Super Wheel Spin. Car restrictions, European Retro Rally B700. And the Seasons Championship, Free Range, giving out a Range Rover 73. Car restrictions, European Super GT S1900. And to finish things up for the festival players and probably the season, the Hot Wheels DLC. Canyon Fire Danger Sign, 1 Super Bowl spin up for grabs. Car restrictions, Aston Martin S1900. And the season championship, the grass is Beamer, giving out the BMW Z4 2019. Car restrictions, BMW All-Wheel Drive A800. And that wraps up Series 31 and the European Automotive update. Just make sure you are grabbing those points to unlock the Mercedes-Benz 500e and the Ascari KZ1R, and make sure you're getting that exclusive seasonal championship complete to unlock the Volkswagen Doka. As always though, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. Any questions about the first repairs or the weekly Forzathon challenges, please do hit me up in the comments. I'll always do my best to help you out. Smash the like button, share the video with a friend, stay safe, and I'm out.